Hello YouTube, this is Gaming Bros 1803 back again, another commentary, and today I'll be starting my offline connected careers as a coach, which is definitely recorded today. This isn't a previous recording. If you're watching this, it might be on the 27th, maybe the 28th, depending on when I can put this up. So I'm just going to create a new coach. I'm not going to use any of the active coaches because I want to make my own mark in the NFL, considering this is even a video game. So after some consideration, I didn't want to take on a really cruddy team. I was thinking about the Cardinals at first, but you know, they really, I don't want to take care of their quarterback problem, and maybe the Chiefs, but I didn't want to do the Colts because that's a huge rebuilding project, and I mean, I'm up for that challenge. I'm the Colts in my online league, but I think I'm just looking at all these teams, see what like divisions and like what their overalls are. But you know, I like the Lions. I like Megatron, cover athlete of the game this year. So, and I think he's like a 90-something overall receiver, and he's a huge red zone threat for me, which I love. So
he's 97.
We got the team builder, motivator, and strategist. Stuff like that, and I just go with motivator because that's like John Madden and all those guys. John Madden is like one of my favorite coaches, so yeah. And if you just heard someone yell, he's 97, that might have been Bart in the background. So
yes, it was.
It was Bart. Okay, so I don't know if you heard him say it. So yeah, I'm just creating my coach right now. Same old thing. It's not. I'm just going to go with, like, I think I pick face 2, which is mostly, like, because all the other faces are kind of cruddy looking. I mean, this one's pretty cruddy looking, too. But I should just give you, like, more of a variety to make it. I mean, I don't have a game face. I don't choose to have a game face. But I'm just going to, you know, stick with the Lions playbook because I like the Lions playbook. It's like West Coast scheme type of thing, so I mean, I think Jim Schwartz did a good job with the Lions with their offense last year. So he will be fired though, and I'll be taking his place after his short reign with the Lions. So I'm just doing all those things the same as my online connected careers as a player settings. It's just everything's going to be manual. Auto strafe is off, auto sprints off, all that. Salary cap on. I don't like pre-existing injuries because if there's like a guy in a team who is injured at the beginning of the season, then I don't want to lose. Like if Megatron was injured at the beginning of the season or something, like get injured in the preseason, which I hope doesn't happen, because I got him in a couple of my fantasy leagues, and I know a lot of people have him in fantasy football, so we're just gonna have to see what happens. And it looks like I don't think that's a true really Ray Lewis not being him and Ed Reed's last season. I think they might play a couple more, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is though. But Ray Lewis is a great football player, a definite Hall of Famer, I think. So yeah, we're just going to go right through the depth chart now, and I'm not going to really talk through this, so I might just give like a quick rundown of, like really quickly, like Matt Stafford right there, Javid Best, 81. I got Kevin Smith also as a backup, who is just one less as an 80, so I don't know James Ryan. I got Megatron, I got Stovall, Burleson, Titus Young, and I got Tony Scheffler and Pettigrew over there. I believe it's Tony Scheffler. I'm still learning these names. Just the O-line. I think my O-line's decent, so that's one of the big things. I like having a good O-line just so Matt Stafford and my running backs don't get killed. So yeah, my defense, my front 4 is pretty good, or front 3, depending on if I play a 3-4 or 4-3. I don't know what the Lions play yet, so Delmas, I think, is going to be a good free safety. And I got Sean Jones at strong safety. And Hanson's like 42 years old, I think, is my kicker. and Ben Graham's my punter, so I really don't have any dominant like kick returners or punt returners. They're just all good. They're just all okay. I mean, so I'm not going to put like Megatron back to return kicks, and Bess and Smith are my third down running backs. So depending on if I need like because they can both catch the ball okay. So I think it's going to be a fun Connected Careers mode. I'm hoping to have a gameplay up probably tomorrow of the first preseason game, which I already played it, so it was a pretty good game. It came down to a couple of stupid plays by both teams, and that's how it ended up. So it was pretty close. It was a fun game, though. It's going to be a long game to edit because it was a pretty passing-based game. No one really ran the ball that much, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all the preseason into one video, like a 10-minute video, give you like 2.5 minutes to each preseason game. And yeah, that's what I hope to do. So now we're going to hop into a practice right now. And I don't know what scenario I want to do. I don't want to play a full game as like an offense or defense, but this one the grind looks pretty good. 3 minutes, down 6. So pretty much you need to score a touchdown or get 2 quick field goals and send it into overtime. That's within 3 minutes. So you have to score pretty quickly in this, so you can wait out the time and then when you get in the red zone and then use like a Megatron or something like that, but like just have Stafford toss off to Megatron. So first play of the practice, Matt Stafford with Bess in the backfield, hands it right off, and Bess gets a nice little about 5 yards right there. So that was a good little run play right there. So let's see if we can keep that going again. And Stafford in the gun, hands it off right to Best, and Best loses a couple on that play. The cornerback, I believe, made a tackle there. So we're going to run this play, I think it's called Smash, which everyone pretty much runs posts and I think it's called Flag. And incompletion to Scheffler. So we're pretty much forced to go for it because with 2 minutes left and 2 timeouts, if we don't score, we don't get hit here. And you just got to go to Calvin Johnson Jr. there, and he ends up coming up clutch and making a great catch right in the little open field. He gets a couple of yards after. So I'm just kind of going to explain how I run my practice, like how I play in practice. So we're just going to run a deep 4 verts play, and Stafford gets rocked right there by the defensive lineman. So we got to call a no huddle. I think I stick with 4 verts on this play because we got to go deep and we got to go about 75 yards. And Stovall is wide open. And if I didn't cut in there, I think I might have had a touchdown, but what can you do about it? So we got guys running slants now. We get Johnson and Stovall running a slant just because that seems to be a good play to run with this team because you get guys cutting right over the middle. You get some speedy receivers, but I end up hitting Burleson, and he ends up getting tackled at around the 3 or 2 yard line there. So I'm like, okay, we're just going to decide to, I was looking at running the ball, but I thought there was a route where Johnson Jr., Calvin Johnson, could run a fade. So I threw it up, and he just dropped the ball because of the new read and react defense. Last year, that probably would have been a touchdown. But that was not a good throw, not a good spot to throw to because it wasn't in the end zone. So 3rd and goal now. We're gonna flip the play around. Ooh, excuse me. And Best gets stuffed for about a 2 yard loss. So 4th and goal at the 2 yard line. About 50 seconds left in the game. And what are we going to do? Pettigrew comes in motion to the left side. And Best powers his way in for the touchdown. So we get a lead with about 40 seconds left to go in the game. As like I'm just gonna say because the extra point's kind of automatic, so they gotta get at least a field goal to win this game. But we just have to. Our defense needs to step up and hold them. An offense that is like a practice squad, so that shouldn't. But they kind of make the practice squad a little bit tougher this year. Well, they even had it in the past, but the practice squad actually isn't that bad. I'm not going to lie if you play on All-Pro or All-Man difficulty, which I play on All-Pro, so they're going to pretty much be forced to pass, but they end up running the ball here. But they do get a nice little game, but they're like wasting the clock right now, and they didn't use their timeout, but they're just going to end up spiking the ball. So now it's like third and a couple of yards, third and a few, I should say, and they have 2 plays to get a first down because they're in 4-down territory right now. And I'm just playing Williams back because I know they're definitely going to pass. Like that's another thing you're going to notice me doing. Like if they're in a definite passing situation, I'll just bring a defensive tackle or something, and I'll play him back. But they don't end up getting that pass completed right there. So we're going to have 4th and a few yards to go. And they're lining up empty backfield, so I'm saying, send Williams back. And if they decide to throw it up, and I kind of went with the receiver going to the sideline this. Maybe I thought they would throw to get out of bounds, but they do go up the middle, and they end up spiking the ball right there. So now it's 2nd and 10 after the quick first down up the middle. So I'm just switching to a cover 3 here. So Williams goes all the way back. My defense is just not going to let up any big plays here. They end up running the ball, so they use their timeout. So now this is pretty much the final play of the game, unless they get a quick pass out of bounds or something and get out of bounds with 1 second left or something like that to get a little closer, but that would be kind of stupid. So, and it's an incomplete pass, so that will do the practice. And we're just going to hop right out right now, and we gained our 400 XP, I think it was, and I like the little ad for fantasy football right there. Sorry, off topic. And this is Gaming Bros 1803. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, favorite this video, and everyone have a good day. We got more coming.